Hi everyone. So today's assignment, I'm gonna do this video showing kind of a think aloud of how I would respond to this question, and then you're gonna write your own on the document attached to this assignment. Okay, so this is for a claim evidence reasoning paragraph. Yours is gonna be similar, but obviously not the exact same question. So I'm actually gonna scroll down and read the question first because this slide doesn't make sense by itself. So the question is, what geological process shaped the area in this picture? Explain your answer in a claim evidence reasoning paragraph. There are a few possibilities. Just choose one. So that's saying that there are a few possible correct answers that you could use for your claim, but just to choose one of those. And then a hint here is that the geological processes we've learned so far are mountain building, seafloor spreading, erosion, volcanoes, and glaciers. Okay, so now I'm going to look back up at this slide. Now that I know, I'm looking for what geological process shaped the area in this picture. Okay, so there's a picture here, and then there's also two other pieces of evidence. So I can use evidence from the picture, but I could also use either of these text pieces as evidence. Okay, so geological processes that we've learned so far are mountain building. There are mountains here, so maybe this is an example of mountain building. Seafloor spreading. This is not under the oceans. There's no way it's that. I'm going to cross that out, or I'm going to delete that. Erosion. I know that erosion happens kind of everywhere, so it could be erosion because, you can see that these rocks are kind of broken down a little bit. Okay. Volcanoes. Yeah, I guess it could also be volcanoes. There's mountains. This rock could be igneous rock. I'm not totally sure. And then glaciers. I am seeing that U-shaped valley that we talked about where it's kind of rounded. So a glacier probably did come through here actually. Okay, and then I'll read the text. This valley is located in Canada where it's cold. That doesn't really get rid of any of these possibilities. That could be all of them. And then the mountains are not growing. Okay, cool. If the mountains aren't growing, then it can't be mountain building. Still could be erosion, could be volcanoes, but I don't have enough evidence because I can't definitely say that this is igneous rock. So I don't really want to have to defend that, even though it could be volcanoes. I also don't see a definite volcano shape. So I'm going to get rid of volcanoes. And because I know a little bit more about glaciers, I'm going to go with glaciers. Also, it seems like that one would be easy to defend because I can see the U-shaped valley, and I know that glaciers have happened in Canada in the past, because that's north of the United States, and even the United States has had glaciers. So actually, I know that I have two pieces of evidence for glaciers, so I'm going to go with that answer. Okay, I believe this area was shaped by glaciers. All right, that's my claim. Easy. I already figured out my two pieces of evidence, so I'm going to say, I'll start with according to the picture. According to the picture, this area has a U-shaped valley with rounded edges. All right, that's one piece of evidence. And then I said my second piece of evidence, I had said, oh yeah, that it's in Canada. So I know that glaciers have happened in Canada, so I can use that. Additionally, the text says that this location is in Canada, where I guess I should put that in text. In quotes. The text says that I'm going to change that so that I can put it in quotes, that this valley is located in Canada, where it is cold. All right. So that's my two pieces of evidence. That's really easy. That's sort of just a sentence a piece. I know some people like to add additional sentences to their evidence. That's totally fine. This would be the minimum. You could do more than that. All right, so my evidence shows, this is the hardest part. Reasoning is a thing that everybody is still struggling with. So I'm going to show you how I would write this, and there are kind of a lot of correct ways to do reasoning. So my evidence shows that blank. I am trying to prove my point in the claim, right? I'm trying to prove that this area was shaped by glaciers. How does my evidence support that? That's what I want to put in here. Okay, so my first piece of evidence supports that it's glaciers because I know that U-shaped valleys happen where glaciers have occurred. My evidence shows that this area was formed by glaciers because I know that U-shaped valleys are associated with, that means like connected to, glaciers. Also, I know that, so now I'm moving on to my second piece of evidence and explaining that. Also, I know that there have been glaciers in Canada in the past because it is in a colder climate. So like if this had said that this place was in Mexico, I know glaciers haven't happened recently in Mexico, so I would know that this weren't the case, but Canada, there definitely have been glaciers, so this could be shaped by glaciers. Okay, therefore, I believe that this area was shaped by glaciers. All right, and now I'm just going to read through this one more time before I click submit just to make sure that it makes sense. I believe this area was shaped by glaciers. According to the picture, this area has a U-shaped valley with rounded edges. Additionally, the text says that this valley is located in Canada where it is cold. My evidence shows that this area was formed by glaciers because I know that U-shaped valleys are associated with glaciers. Also, I know that there have been glaciers in Canada in the past because it is in a colder climate. Therefore, I believe that this, there's a typo, that this area was shaped by glaciers. So to be honest, this sounds a little repetitive, right? I used the word glaciers like 4 times in that paragraph. I'm going to tell you guys not to worry about sounding repetitive at this point. Eventually, we're going to try and work that out, but this is a good reasoning paragraph for now, and we'll improve upon it later. All right, so go ahead and write your own in the document that is on this Google assignment, and I'll see you in class.